I need some more of these shirts, yo.
Off of that?
Hey, yeah, I know. I need more of these.
Tyrese, after you guys, you build the big lead, you lose the big lead, what then were the keys to sort of staying the course and then, obviously having kind of the boys down the stretch to win?
Yeah, basketball's a game of runs. We had a big one in the first half. They went on a big one at the end of the third, beginning of the fourth, and we rallied the troops. We were resilient, and we got stops to help us get runouts and get buckets, and we executed on the offensive end as well, late game offense. So that's a step in the right direction.
Yeah, Doc was pretty complimentary of even just the offense that,
Yeah.
Even the shots you missed were like good looks. Just where do you think you guys progressed most on that floor today?
Trust. We trust in each other. That's huge. That's huge. And guys are shooting open shots, like me, Tobias, Danny. Letting the game come to you is really a big deal with us because we have so many different guys that can give us different production on different nights. And tonight we got Tobias going, James got going late. Of course, the big fella was going. I made a couple shots. Danny hit big shots, and George was huge down the stretch, and Matisse does Matisse. So.
I know you said basketball is full of runs, but is there one thing specific that's going on? Like with y'all just letting these teams get back and taking foot off the gas or a couple miscues here and there? Is there one common thing that keeps happening?
I think the biggest thing is transition defense. Sometimes we turn the ball over, sometimes we take bad shots, and that leads to their runouts. And one thing I really could tell today, guys are focused in on it. They may have got some runouts today, and it happens in basketball, but you can really tell guys are making a conscious effort of trying to get back, trying to find their man, trying to do well on transition defense. And it's a process. As long as we're stepping in the right direction, I'm good.
After a game like this, do you look at it as, they basketball full of runs, but I like the way we closed out. Like, guys was hitting shots, making free throws, use that big three. I mean, is it when you walk away, like, what's the thought?
Yeah, that's probably the main thought. At the end of the day, a win is a win, and you really have to appreciate that, especially when you play in a tough game like that, tough atmosphere. The crowd was into it, and we had to make plays for each other. We had to trust each other. That's a big pass for Joel, in my opinion. He trusted me, and if he puts his trust in me, I'll do whatever I'm capable to do to knock it down. So, I think we all made the right passes, shot the ball when we needed to shoot the ball tonight, and that's a step.
Yeah, how did that three kind of unfold from your perspective? Just can you take us through that moment, getting the pass and everything?
Yeah, he threw it to me at the beginning, and I turned down one, and I gave it back. Or Tobias threw it to me, and I turned down one, and I gave it back to Joel, and I knew it was gonna come back to me. I knew it was gonna trap him, and I knew he was gonna pass the ball. He already told me if he don't trust me, then he wouldn't pass it to me. So.
James, he's led the league in scoring a couple of years. There's been years when he's averaged 20, 25 shots. So are you surprised or appreciative, I guess, of the way he's kind of come in and deferred, not just to Joel, but to you and Tobias as well?
He's trying to make everybody better, which is really good. He knows he causes a lot of attention on offense, and guys are doubling off of Joel. That's crazy. Like to really think about that. Like their big has to double James and pick and roll, and they're leaving Joel. He's hitting Joel. Bigs are collapsing, and Joel has become a willing passer. He knows he has shooters on the court. If he doesn't have a layup or a lane or a jump shot, he's spraying out to shooters. So I'm not surprised that Jay. I can tell he really wants to win. His leadership, and he's the oldest guy in the starting lineup. I think. Yeah, he's the oldest one, and Jesus, he's old. But yeah, it's really cool to see, sight to see, and but he still gets buckets when he needs to. So that's a great thing.
You mentioned Tobias getting rolling again. It's like 2 out of 3 games that he's really kind of seemed to find some rhythm. Just what are you seeing out of him, sort of finding his way? Because I know he's kind of being asked, obviously, to do some different stuff now compared to when before he just got here.
Yeah. And Coach talked about it. He's one of the guys that sacrifices a lot because we have James Harden now. He's in a lot more pick and rolls. He has the ball a lot. I think one thing that Tobias has really toned in on the last couple of games is quick decisions. Coach Doc is always on him and myself included about quick decision basketball. Shoot it, drive it, pass it. Shoot it, drive it, pass it. And I think he's taking the shots when he's open. He's driving it when they close out on him, and he's passing making the right plays when the defense collapse. So that makes the game a lot easier. And then when you know you're able to knock down those shots, you know you're able to create for others in the lane, it really helps you.
The doubling of,
Two more guys?
the doubling of James instead of Joel. I mean, tonight that might have happened because Jarrett wasn't there.
Right.
But has that happened in games prior to tonight? Have you been seeing that more?
That they have to double James off pick and roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's because it's James, and if you let them play 2-man game on 2-on-2, they're probably going to score, dang near every play.
Mm-hmm.
So you try to get the ball in his hands, throws it to Joe or throws it to one of us, and try to make everybody else beat you. Because when you're playing 2-on-2, it's extremely hard. If Joe sets a good screen, James is going downhill that you're big. Your big has to make a decision. Is he going to take James or is he going to take the big fella? So, it's been pretty good for us.
And then can you tell us who's behind those T-shirts you were wearing this morning?
T-shirts?
Yeah.
I think that was George's idea.
Okay.
Yeah, it fell off my loop. And I'm not going to lie, at first I thought it was Tupac. And then I looked it over, I said, is that Joel on my loop? What's going on? What's going on here? Now I remembered it was his birthday, so I was like, oh, okay, cool, yeah.
Cool, thanks for
Pretty good.